what thing? The what? That's testing. That's for testing.
It says tomorrow, right?
So today's date is 5/4/22. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna start you on Monday. So I'm gonna give this whole week for English. Worry about English, and then.
Marcos guessed on all of them. He told me.
Can we leave in a minute? What time do we leave? Oh.
You scared me. Because fourth period is the same as second period. This period is the same as first period. So for a second, I'm like, which one repeats? So first and third ring at the same minutes, 53. Second and fourth ring at the same minutes, 35. So for a second, I was like, oh no, don't tell me that. All right. You know.
What if like fourth period is short 20 minutes?
Yeah, so let's do it. Fractions. For some of us, this is going to be useful review. For others of you, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't get it before, but now I get it. For others, it's going to be like, oh, I've never learned this. Okay, I get it now. You know, we're all going to be at different places, but we're all trying our best. We're all trying our best. We're all doing something. Something is better than nothing. All right, we're going to add 2/3 plus 1/4. Now, Maria, this is the first thing we have to figure out. Can we just add and get 3/7?
Can I put them side by side?
No. There's a reason why I wrote it this way. Can I just add, focus, 2 plus 1 and 3 plus 4? No. What do I need?
You have to simplify.
No.
Find the numbers that both of them.
Yes. So we need to find what are called common denominators. And we don't simplify. We just actually do the opposite, Alyssa. We're going to start multiplying by these two numbers. So you go, if you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, write this down. I'm going to start multiplying by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, ... Right? Write this down. The 4. Start multiplying by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, ... Right? So you start multiplying by those two numbers. And then what number do they have in common? 12. Now some of you can tell me 12 2 minutes ago, right? You knew it. Others of you are like, oh, I see, hopefully, now how we got the 12. That 12 is what they have in common, called the common denominator. Now we're going to use it here to set up new fractions. Because they have to find, focus, common denominators. Now, can I just write 2 because there's a 2 right here? No. Can I just write 1, Angel, because there's a 1 here? No, we have to do some more math. You have to ask yourself, we did this with proportions. What do I multiply 3 to get to 12? 4, Emmanuel, we're writing this down, we're writing this down. So if I multiply the bottom by 4, guess what I have to do to the top, Angel? Put that away. Times it by 4. What's 2 times 4? 8. You see the 2 transforms into an 8. Can I just write a 1 here? No. You have to ask yourself, 4 times what is 12?
3.
Times 3. So guess what I do to the top? Multiply by 3. What's 1 times 3? 3. So notice that everything changes. What do kids do? They like, oh, I found 12. That's cool. But they'll keep the same numbers. And it's like, no, don't keep the same numbers. And I think on your homework, was it last night or tonight? I tell you, like, it's not equal to this. Because kids do that. They're just like, oh, let me just add 2 plus 1 and we're done. It's like, no, kids, you're not.
I got the answer right.
Well, we'll check. Okay, 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12. That's our final answer. So this work is 100% needed, guys, write this down, to give me this final answer. Okay? This is how you add fractions always. One of my students the other day said, well, do I have to do this? I'm like, yes, that's the way you have to do it because that's the correct way. Okay, I'm going to take the same fractions and now I'm going to subtract them. Now, Marcos, do you understand why I wanted you to write this way?
Yeah.
So you show your work? Okay. I'm going to take 2/3 and now subtract them. Take the same two fractions, but now we're subtracting. What's our first step with subtraction? Common denominator. Guys, what's the common denominator? Yeah. Do we already have this work done? Yeah. So can I just copy it? Yeah. We just copy it. This same work here just goes down here. So you already did the hard part. Just recopy it. Okay. Now we just subtract. So let's subtract. Use your fingers.
To be honest, I had to use my fingers.
That one's easier, right? Well, it's easier because we already did the work. We're okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to do the easiest thing. We're going to multiply them. Does anybody know how to multiply fractions?
They did these in second grade.
Butterfly.
No.
That's what my
Butterfly is only when it has an equal sign.
That's how they taught us.
Yeah, my teacher was from Minnesota. That's how she taught us to do butterfly. Like the
Okay, there's two things that happen. One, she taught it wrong. I doubt it. Two, you weren't paying attention. Option A or option
I remember being a multiplier.
All right. When it's a multiplication symbol, not an equal sign. If it's an equal sign, you do the butterfly method. If it has a big multiplication symbol, you just multiply straight across.
Oh, that's the other way.
This is the correct way of doing it. 2 times 1, 2. 3 times 4, 12. And you're done. Except you have to simplify. If you type in this answer, will you get 1 point? Yeah. If you type in the simplified answer, you'll get more points. When you're taking the test, Kaylee, and you're just like, oh, I don't understand this. I don't know. Answer as much as you can. Like, type in something. Like, even if you're not done with the whole math problem, but you know, like, the volume is this, but, oh, you didn't get a chance to do the surface area or whatever, type in what you know. Because they might give you a point for something. Then if you leave it blank, they'll give you a 0. Does that make sense? Because some of these problems are hard and they take a long time. So just try your best. All right. When I simplify this, what do I get? When I divide this by 2, I get 1/6. This is obviously worth more points than this one, but they're both equal to each other. They're going to give you that more points if you simplify. All right. What's the last thing we have to do with these two fractions? I added them. I subtracted them. I multiplied them. Now I'm going to divide them. All right. So 2/3 divided by 1/4. Does anybody remember how to divide fractions?
No.
All right.
Denominator.
Nope. It's not as easy as multiplication, but we're going to get there. Write this down. Keep, change.
And flip.
Yeah. It's in there. It's in there somewhere. We just have to fish it out. Keep, change, flip. You have to write this down. You have to flip the second fraction. So when you divide fractions, you actually don't divide. You actually multiply. But you have to rewrite it. You know how I hate Emmanuel's subtraction and when I have you change it? Same thing here. When you have division, you actually have to change it when it comes to fractions. All right. 2/3, you keep it. 2/3. What does division turn into?
Multiplication.
Multiplication, write this down.
And it's 4.
And then 1/4, Emmanuel, write this down. You flip it. You flip it. So 4/1. Now we're in multiplication land. Now it's super easy. We're just going to multiply straight across. What do we get? 8/3. In 8th grade, that's how they want you to write it, and you're done. In 7th grade, they want you to turn it into a mixed number. How many times does 3 go into 8? 2. What's my remainder? No. Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth grade.
Mm-hmm. We good? All right, let's do it all over again. And Ruben, let's put that away. Put that away. We're doing so well. You're doing so well. Don't ruin it. Okay. We have enough time to do. Let's say 2 over 5 plus 1 over 3. Okay. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So if you want to go ahead of me, go ahead of me. If you want to stay with me, stay with me. But don't go slower than me, please. What's the first thing we have to do? Common denominator. So if you know it, write it down. If you don't know it, you're going to start multiplying by 5 and by 3. 5, 10, 15, 20, 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, no, none of the numbers match, which means you just have to keep going. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This is why it's so important for you to know your multiplication tables. Math is 3,000 times harder for you if you don't know your multiplication tables. This summer, memorize your multiplication tables. Okay? Math is going to be so much easier for you if you know how to multiply. Nah, Miss Lana, I don't believe you. Okay, what is my new top number? What is my new top number?
6.
Why?
Because you have to
Because
multiply by
we have
three.
to times 3 by 2.
So 5 times 3 is 15.
I remember.
So times 3. What's 2 times 3? 6. Very good.
I remember you tried to solve that. Really.
You know, I'm not going to say I did, because I did, but you guys don't believe me.
I don't remember.
Oh, well.
Either.
All right. 3 times what is 15? Times 5 times 5. So this is 5, right? Okay, now what?
Add the 6 and 5.
6 plus 5 is
11.
11 over 15. Another 11. Cool. Now what do I want you to do with these two fractions? Subtract them. 2/5 minus 1/3. So I need a common denominator, which is, hey, guess what? I already did the work. 6 and 5. 6 and 5. 6 and 5. 6. All right, what's 6?
1 over 15.
Oh. 1 over 15.
Let me guess. Divide, multiply.
It's like you read my mind. 2/5 times 1/3 equals
2 over 15.
focus, right? Go at your own pace, but don't go slower than me. 2/5 divided by 1/3. How do I keep, change, flip? Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, I don't know. 2/5
6 over 5.
times 3 over 1 is equal to 6 over 5, which is equal to? So amazing. So amazing.
It's easy now.
Huh? Yeah. I mean, you should know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide these. Maybe you were weak on one of them, but remember the other one. Okay, pop quiz. Oh my gosh, don't get this wrong. You were on, I'm on Happy Land right now. Oh, don't ruin it, don't ruin it. 1/2. What is that equal to as a decimal?
No, yeah, right.
Yeah. 0.50, 0.5, 50%, right? Notice that this fraction, as a decimal, does it have a 1 or a 2 in it? No, but what do silly kids tell me? Silly kids will tell me, oh, Miss O'Malley, the answer right here, the answer is 1.2 or 0.2. And I'm like, why is 1/2 1.2 or 0.2? Well, because look, there's a 1 and a 2 in it, right, Miss O'Malley? So shouldn't my answer have a 1 and a 2 in it? So silly kids. So silly. You would never do that, right?
Nah. Only first grader. Only first grader.
What about 3/4? What is 3/4 equal to?
75?
Yeah, does it have a 3 or a 4 in it?
No.
No. So remember that when you're dealing with fractions into decimals, 99% of the time, there are some times that the number is in there, but 99% of the time, the numbers here are not in your decimal. Miss Amelie, how in the world did you get 0.75? I don't understand. Well, one, you should have 3/4 memorized. It's one of those ones that, it's like, what's 2 plus 2?
22.
21.
We do it this way. You put the top number inside, so the 3 went inside. That gives me 28, remainder 2. Do I write the remainder on the top? No, we add a 0, bring it down, becomes 20. 4 goes into 25 times. That's how we got 0.75. Now, if you have it memorized, that's even better for you. You don't have to deal with this. You just have it memorized and you're done, right? Some of you, I think all of you in this class should have 1/2 memorized as 0.5 or 0.50. That's a given. Now try to memorize 3/4. Okay, question. Okay, we're on a streak. Let's do this. 2/5. Does anybody know what the decimal of 2/5 is? And it does not have a 2, and it does not have a 5. 0.4. 0.40, 0.4. 1/5, 3/5, 4/5. There's a pattern. What is 1/5? What is 3/5? What is 4/5? Okay. I made the homework for today and tomorrow in a packet because I thought I was going to be absent, but here I am. So you only have to do one of them.
We could do both, huh?
You can do both. It's in a packet because I thought I was going to be absent, but here I am.
Are you going to be on foggy?
Dude, you should ask for a pencil. I look for him. But pencils are so much better. Yeah. Thank you. If you borrowed a pencil, you can return it on your way out. Return it so there's always a pencil when you need one. Remember, don't freak out. We're here all freaked out. Like, oh, Liz. Yay. You guys did a good job.